your eyes could talk, what would they be telling you about any health or eating or lifestyle changes that you might need to be making? I'm going to be the voice of your eyes today. So I'm going to tell you that you are probably missing a key nutrient for your eyes. And I'm also going to tell you that you are also probably making some common eye health mistakes. But fear not, stick around, stay with me, and we're going to tackle those together here in this video. I also want you to watch all the way to the end because I'm going to share a short personal story about how this topic hit home for me. But first, welcome. And if this is your first time here, I am Arlene Timber-Henry. And on this channel, I talk about healthy eating and healthy lifestyle changes for women over 40 and others. If you are even just a little bit interested in any of those, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free and I won't mind. Thank you. And if you are already a subscriber, I want to thank you for your support. I also want to ask you to please share these videos with someone else who you think might benefit from any of the information that I share here on this channel from time to time. So let's get into this, and we are moving through the alphabet. This is our nutrition challenge A to Z, and we are on the letter L. And today the letter L is for the key nutrient lutein. Lutein, Lutein. And why is it important? It's important for our eyes because our eyes are susceptible to several types of diseases, different kinds of diseases, some of these, or maybe one or more than one, you might even be suffering from at the moment. Something like cataracts, macular degeneration, retinopathy. Can you say that 3 times fast? Retinopathy. Just as a side note, retinopathy is when there is damage to the retina of your eye. Usually, most of the time, we hear that associated with diabetes. People who have diabetes usually have some form of retinopathy. But not only, retinopathy is also possible. It's also possible that you may have that as a result of high blood pressure, also known as hypertension or anemia. So there are different types of retinopathy. But the most common that we usually hear about is diabetes related. And because we are so focused and so careful and so into making sure that our eyesight is intact, our eyesight is precious, and we want to guard that and we want to protect that as much as possible in the ways that we can, in the things that we can control, rightly so. So you then will come, it brings me to the next reason why we might be deficient in our eye health, and that is because our eyes might be tired and strained from all the screens that we're watching, all the screens that we're staring at all day. TV screens, a desktop, laptop, computers, especially if you work from home or you work in an office. You might be watching me right now from your phone screen, which is something that many of us do for long extended periods of time. Another reason our eyes might be tired and strained is that we might be out in the sun doing the things that we do, our chores, our errands, out and about, without the proper UV eye protection, ultraviolet protection. Let me know in the comments if any of these resonate with you, if any of these are relevant for you, if any of these are true for you. The screens, the eye diseases, the not being properly protected in wearing sunglasses with UV protection. Let me know if any of that is ringing true for any of you. So it's good to know that we can eat our way to better eye health with consuming lots and lots of the foods that have the most lutein in them. And those would be, you could probably guess, the dark leafy greens and the red and the orange and the yellow fruits and vegetable, lots and lots of those. You can even blend up your own green juices with some of those fruits and vegetables in them, the greens with the yellows, with the reds, with the oranges. You can make green smoothies, green salads with those, with lots of those same types of colors of vitamins from the vegetables themselves, from the fruits and the vegetables themselves. Put those with your greens and make a smoothie, make a green juice, have it in a huge salad, use it in all of your cooking and all of your eating. And no, no, lutein supplements are not the same. You don't get the same benefit from the supplements as you would from using the whole food. As a matter of fact, in general, supplements are not meant for you to get those nutrients, those key nutrients from primarily. You're supposed to be getting them primarily from your whole foods, from real food. That's the definition of the word supplement. It's a complement to, it's an enhancement to, it's an add-on to what the primary or the main thing is supposed to be. So no, supplements are not the way that you should be getting your lutein primarily. So remember, if your eyes could talk, they would be begging you to include more lutein rich foods in your diet, which would come from, again, the dark leafy greens, the yellows, the reds, the orange vegetables. Remember when you were growing up and you were told you needed to eat your carrots? That's an orange vegetable, because it was good for your eyes. And you thought your parents were only trying to trick you into eating this food. No, they were right. They were right. And so we know now that that's the way that we're supposed to be getting most of our lutein for our healthy eating and for the health of our eyes. I told you I was going to tell you about a personal story. Some years ago, I went for an eye exam. I believe that person was an optometrist. So we did all the things that you do in an eye exam: look to the left and the right, look up, look down, don't blink, look in the light, puff of wind in your eye pressure, all the things, all the things. At the end of the exam, he asked me a question, and this was, are you a vegetarian? I thought that was odd, but I said, no, I'm not vegetarian, but I could be. I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't be hard for me to be because I don't use a lot of animal protein. I use very little animal protein. This was about 4 years ago, I believe. And that is still so. I still use very little animal protein. I get my protein from other sources like nuts and seeds and other things, beans, lots of beans. But I said, no, I'm not vegetarian. And I asked, why did you ask that question? And he said, had something to do with what he saw during the exam at the back of my eyes. He saw something, and whatever it was, if it was supposed, it's something to do with the color white. I can't remember exactly how he explained it, but if it was supposed to be, it was a little bit of white and it should be more, or it was a lot of white and it should be less. I can't remember, but it had something to do with white at the back of my eyes, from which he could tell that I was not having a lot of protein. Did you get that? That your eyes can tell? As I said, your eyes could talk. If your eyes could talk and tell you what you're getting and what you're not getting. And so we want to be getting the things from our foods, especially lutein from our foods, because what you eat today can impact what your eyes are telling you and what your eyes are doing tomorrow. So feed your eyes right.